What's up, guys? Welcome to TrueCoach Exclusive workout number 2. I'm going to totally start to lose track of that number eventually, but for now, I think I can keep track of how many we've done. More to come, though. Thanks for your support. Again, wouldn't be able to do it without you, so let's get to it. Today's workout focus, arms. Only equipment you're going to need, 2 light dumbbells. As we move on with this thing, we're totally going to start using different weights, a medium and a heavy set, a light and a heavy set, whatever. But just for these first few exercises, as we're all kind of acquiring equipment at home, we'll just try to keep it simple and use minimal equipment. So for this time, I'm only using those 2 light dumbbells, and sometimes I'm not even using them. Arms is totally the focus. We're gonna break it up every now and then with some core, and first we gotta warm up, then we're doing some cardio. The thing is though, we're gonna do the hardest arm block first. We're gonna go by time. It's gonna start 60 seconds each exercise, but don't worry, it's gonna get shorter as we move on. There might be a little surprise in there too. You'll just have to find out the hard way though. So, we could keep talking about it, or we could get totally shredded. So, make your choice right now, although I think I know what you're gonna make. Let's go. I got my weights, I got my mat, I got my water. Throw on some tunes, because I'm gonna throw on some pretty generic stuff and put it in the video. But guys, we gotta get warm. So, as soon as I hit that button down there, we're gonna start by doing the tall bartender. So, guys, here we go. See you on the other side. 3, 2, 1. Whoosh, tall bartender. Really tall bar, and I'm just wiping the top. Running that towel across the top of that bar to get it nice and shiny. Want to be able to see my reflection in that thing, except it's too tall. I can't even look at it. But I can totally get that nice stretch in for another 10 seconds. Just moving those, rotating that torso, reaching out. Coming up though, we're doing the arm crisscross. So kind of a similar target. All I'm doing is getting my arms across from each other. Boom. So I'm doing my right over my left, left over my right. Pretty straightforward. I think we do this one in gym class when we're about 8 years old, whatever. And as you get more comfortable, you can start to sort of swing your body into it, but we're being gentle in this first round. We're not even a minute into this 45-minute workout. So just take your time. Coming up though, we're gonna stretch out some forearms. So here we go. Palms and fingertips stay together the whole time. I'm going out nice and far, and then I'm bringing it in. And as I bring it close, I'm going to feel that nice stretch along the forearm. So out I go, and then keep them together nice and slow. See if you can get the hand to touch the chest while keeping those elbows out to the side, without bringing them back, I mean. So I'm reaching out forward, and then getting that nice stretch when those hands get close to me. But now we're going to move on. Downward dog to cobra. So, downward dog, pushing those heels into the floor. Arms and legs remain straight the whole time. Looking up. You can rest the knees on the floor if you want to. Oh, and then come on back. Nothing crazy. Just shifting from one position to the other. We're going to do some arm circles in just a second, but from a lying position. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Join me on the floor. Check this out. So I'm going to keep my arms straight the whole time, and I'm just going to do some big outward circles. In the second round, I'm going to try to do this in the opposite direction. But for now, just keep that lower back pressed into the floor and go for those big circles or little circles. Just kind of see whatever your body feels like doing. But it's just about time to hop back up on the feet and take care of business. So, round 2, the ball bartender, the tall bartender. Let's do this. Reaching forward across, and then the other side, getting that nice rotation in. We're on lockdown here in Ontario, and as a result, I need a haircut. So, don't make fun of me unless you want to. That's totally cool. But I bet you're in the same boat. So just reaching for it. Another 3, 2, 1, here we go. Arms crisscross. So I got my right arm over, got my right arm under. And again, now that we're a little bit loose, maybe try to make it, not more aggressive isn't the right word, but just try to up that tempo a little bit. Remember to keep breathing, of course. I feel that nice stretch in my chest muscles. I feel it in my shoulders. Another 6 seconds. Just feeling it. Coming up, that forearm stretch. I'll give you a variation for this if you find it a little bit too easy. So, palms together. Really feeling the stretch when they're close to you and out. If this is too easy, try going up and then down while keeping those palms together. You're going to feel the palms want to separate as you get lower, but that's okay. That's where we test our flexibility. So remember, this is an option. I would call this more challenging than pushing those palms away, but we really feel the stretch when they're close to us. But now we got to move on. Downward dog again. Arms straight, trying to push those heels into the floor, and then we'll keep arms and legs straight. Looking up. Maybe stick around for a nice deep breath. And then back we go. Just feeling it. Yeah, we're totally going to be spending some time in that high plank position today. So let's just get a little bit comfortable with it. About to do those arm circles. Here we go. On the floor. If you can remember which direction you did, great. If not, don't worry about it. But let's change it up. So whether you're going this way or this way, your call. As long as we're loosening those shoulder muscles up, I'm happy. If you want to do both, if you want to alternate one direction than the other, do it. And you might even find you can do this at a better tempo, a little bit more controlled, a little bit faster. No pressure though, man. We're just having a good time here. Oh, and just like that, warm-up's done. Take a minute. Okay, so maybe you get a sip of water, but we got to talk. This is our cardio block coming up. It's going to be 5 minutes long. And the purpose of this is just to up the body temperature a little bit, get those muscles even loose, because we are going to be punishing those arms today. It's going to be pretty gnarly stuff. And this first exercise, we're going to be using the dumbbells. This is the only cardio exercise where we're going to be using them. But for a whole minute, on one side of my body, I'm going to be doing sort of like an explosive suitcase squat to a negative bicep curl. Check it out. So I'm just going to hop that weight up to my shoulder. I'm going to go down for a squat, and then I'm going to do a negative, let's call it a negative hammer curl. That was 1 rep. Down I go, hop it up, down I go for another squat, and then elbow still, down we go for the hammer curl. Let's do that for a minute right now. So hop to the squat, negative rep, take your time on the way down. Bam. Even though we're doing a lot of legs at the moment, I would call the most important part what we do with the elbow, because we want to keep that elbow nice and still against the body as we do that negative rep. So check it out. I'm doing my suitcase squat to negative rep. And my elbow, one more time, not going anywhere. So hop, down I go. Keep that still. Take your time on the way down. A negative rep just means we concentrate on doing the work on the way down. So slow. You can slow it down like twice as much if you want. We have 7 seconds left. I'm doing one more rep. Down for the deep squat, and then slow, slow, slow. Here comes the other side. Okay, transfer that weight over. The legs are still doing a lot of work. They don't really get a break, but the arm does. So, explosive suitcase squat to deep single arm squat. Elbow still against the body. Slow on the way down. You'll feel the shoulder doing a lot of work to stabilize that elbow, and that's fine. We are going to be using that. Explosive suitcase, deep, slow on the way down. I like to keep my arm to the side, just for like balance reasons. You can keep your arm right at your side like so if you want to. It's really just a style thing. But do whatever makes you feel most comfortable on this one. And remember, we're not just dropping that weight from here. We're doing a negative hammer curl. That means slow on the way down. 7 seconds left. I'm doing my last one. Take your time. Okay. Whew. Crisscross. I got a wide stance. Check it out. Crisscross. I'm going to do it like this for 30 seconds before making this a little bit more challenging on my legs. If you need to hold on to a couch or something for support, do it. If you're not feeling the crisscross and you just want to do that in and out, that's fine. But in 3 seconds, I'm going to start getting a little bit low right here. Down I go, crisscross, down. 2 crisscrosses, deep. Let's do this for another 20. 1, 2, deep. 1, 2, deep. 1, 2, deep. Up to you. We got 5 more seconds. Okay, check this out. Let's get on the floor. We're going into that high plank position, but from here, I'm gonna touch my opposite foot, and then I'm gonna touch my opposite hand, touch my opposite hand. So the hand does the reach for the first 2, and then the foot does the reach for the second 2. Keep in mind, you don't actually have to even touch the hand. We're just aiming for it. Option, just do your best. Reaching, and just do your best. Reaching, you don't even have to put your foot on the floor. But go for that big reach. Big reach. Making this happen for another 17 seconds. Hand to toe. Hand to toe. Toe to hand. Toe to hand. Hand to toe. Here we go. Hand to toe. Toe to hand. Toe to hand. Here comes the last one for this cardio warm-up. We're doing speed skater lunge to single leg burpee. So 3 speed skater lunges. 1, 2, 3. Down I go, hands and foot on the floor. And then we go again for 1, 2, 3. That foot's on the floor. Hands and foot down. Back up. Let's go. Whoa. 1, 2, 3. Down we go. Up. 1, 2, 3. Down I go. 1, 2, 3. Down I go. You can go to whatever depth you want. You don't even have to go all the way down on that single-legged burpee. You can just touch nice and easy like so if you want. But let's just stay active for another 8 seconds. Should be my last one. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, okay. Rest. Hopefully you've got some honest sweat on that brow right now. I do. It's important to stay hydrated. It's important to have a towel also. Once again, I forgot. Let's see if I can pull another trick out of the air like I did last time. No pressure though, Andrew. All right, so let's talk. It's time for dumbbells. So I got my 2 light weights. These are the only weights I'm gonna be using this whole workout. I'm gonna be doing 6 exercises. A minute of bicep, a minute of tricep, minute of bicep, minute tricep, minute bicep, minute tricep. Chill. This is gonna be the longest arm block. 60 seconds of pop, 6 exercises. Jeez Louise, we're coming up first with the best bicep curl. I invented this, check it out. Palms face away. I'm gonna lean forward a little bit. And then, I'm just gonna curl those weights up. It's okay to let that elbow drift back a little bit. So, why am I doing this instead of just standing upright? Because when I'm standing upright, my shoulders do work to keep my elbow against my body, and I can get fatigued there. But if I lean forward and kind of give my elbow a little bit more free rein, I can really give the work almost entirely to the biceps. The shoulders don't necessarily get fatigued. The forearms don't get fatigued. The biceps, on the other hand, ain't so lucky. So keep that excellent posture, please, for another 13 seconds. Get that nice acute burn. Remember, you can take breaks anytime you want, but let's see if we can do this for a whole minute. Ends in 3, 2, 1. Let's put those weights down. Whew. Bodyweight tricep extension happening now. Check this out. So I'm gonna do this on my knees. This is a tough exercise. I'm gonna start as if I was doing a plank on my knees, but then palms don't move. And I got my elbows up. This is a very challenging exercise, so check this out. It's easier if my knees are closer to my elbows. It's okay to put that bend in the hips. And if that's too easy, just walk those knees back a little bit. And if that's too easy, just walk those knees back a little bit. But at some point, you're gonna realize that, oh dear, my triceps are burning. And that's okay. We want that. And if you feel really, really comfortable with this one, try to flex the glutes. Try to keep that straight line through the body. But this is a very, very tough exercise. Please control that difficulty with the knees. Oh baby. Let's move on. So now we're gonna do the supine bicep curl. Grabbing my dumbbells. Same weights as I'm using for the whole workout. Shoulders and elbows gotta stay nice and still. Down I go. Up I go. Nice and slow on the way down. Pump it up. It doesn't feel like the biggest range of motion in the world, and it's not. But the hardest part of this lift is when the arms are almost straight, when that dumbbell's really close to the floor. That is not usually the hardest part of a lift. So this is a bit of a different vibe than most bicep curls we might do. Really keep the elbows still, keep the shoulders on the floor. Try not to let that back arch. And let's just rock and roll for another 7 seconds. Here it comes. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, let's go. On our feet. We're doing some kickbacks now. So, same dumbbells, we know the drill. Hinge forward, get those elbows up right next to the body, and then from here, arms up nice and straight, bring them back. Boom. See if you can get that slight pause at the top. And notice that I'm not swinging my weights forward like so. Elbows stay still against the body, we just straighten them out, and then bring it right back to that hanging position. The more still you can keep those elbows, the more work you're giving to those triceps alone. Keep that good posture, please, for another 17 seconds. And if you ever need to come up a little bit, that's fine. But do keep those elbows against the body for another 7 seconds. This is the last time we're doing this one for a minute. Okay. Woo, shake them out if you need to. We're doing some alternating hammer curls. Dumbbells, standing tall, elbows against the body, just like we did in that warm-up. Pump it up, pump it up. The reason we're doing, this is a hammer curl. That means the palms always face each other. Notice that I'm not throwing my body into it. Keep everything nice and cool, nice and still, and just pump it up, slow on the way down. Bicep curl, the hammer curl as opposed to a bicep curl, definitely gives the forearm a little bit more work to do. So feel it, feel that control as you don't let those elbows go anywhere. Just keep it nice and still. And if you feel like you really want to challenge in these last few seconds, try upping that tempo a little bit. As one comes up, the other one goes down. But time to move on to the last one. 3, 2, 1. On the floor. Tricep extensions. Don't worry, we're gonna give those arms a bit of a break after this. But I got my arms up. Elbows stay still. Pump it up. The more still you keep those elbows, the better. And I'm bringing those weights to either side of my head. I'm not bonking myself in the head. But if you want an option, you can always limit that range of motion. And if you want a bit of a challenge, check it out. Instead of having this as your rest position, try having this as your rest position. That gives the triceps less time to rest. But only do it up here if you've got weights that are maybe a little bit too light. If you're feeling it, just keep that rest position right above the shoulders. Keep those elbows still. Let's go. Last few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Woo. So, we only get 30 seconds of rest. We're going to do 4 different core exercises. Each one's going to be a minute long. First one's going to be a knee tap crunch. Now, A whole minute of a core exercise, let alone 4 of them back to back, not easy. You can take breaks anytime you want. Water breaks are a wonderful, wonderful thing. Let's do a knee tap crunch right now. We're doing 4 exercises. So just tap those knees while keeping those eyes forward. You don't even have to tap the knees. You can always just overshoot them a little bit. It's up to you. But try to pace yourself a little bit, because this is the first of 4 exercises. Option, if you wish, is just to have the hands close to the side. It doesn't make a huge difference. You also don't have to come up all the way to the knees. Just do your best. Just do a slight crunch, but with that good posture. Keep those eyes forward. Don't look down. Just go for it. 13 more seconds. We're doing reverse crunches very soon. 3 seconds. Here we go. 2, 1. Okay. Reverse crunch. It is the reverse? Yeah, it's the reverse crunch. So I'm going to keep my hands back here. Knees come close to my chest. Slow on the way down. If you can, keep that lower back pressing to the floor. I'm going to keep that bend in my knees the whole time. And I can already feel it becoming increasingly challenging. Let's keep my lower back down. Do your best. That's all we got to do is our best. And remember, take those breathers. Literally. Anytime you want. And you don't even have to get that bum off the floor. I mean, it definitely sort of requires a bit more power to launch that body up. But if you're not feeling that, don't worry about it, man. Just take it nice and chill. Slow on the way down, slow on the way up. We only have another 6 seconds before we move on to the 3rd core exercise, which is the seated bicycle. Here we go. Let's go into a sitting position. Okay. Leaning back. Core's already doing some work. Hands behind the head, elbow to opposite knee. You can keep that upper body pretty much upright the whole time if you want. It's still quite challenging. And just by using that core effectively, I feel that burn without even bringing my elbows to touch my knees. You can just do a small range of motion. But as long as you flex that core and give the work to them as opposed to the legs, we're good. But if you want to do this lying down and just perform that bicycle like so, that's legit. You're off the hook. I'll let you do that if you want to. But if you're feeling this seated bicycle, dark, let's rock and roll for another 6 seconds. Tell him you can do it, Jen, because he can. He knows it, I know it, you know it. Okay, hollow hold for a minute. This one is gonna get pretty gnarly. Lower body, lower back on the floor. Arms, legs, hop. Try to hold this. It's like a C shape. It's like a canoe. Just try to hold it for the whole time. If you want to bend those knees a little bit, you can. Ooh, baby, this one's going to be tough. I think I'm going to take a short rest pretty soon. This is the only time we're going to do a 4-minute block on the core. It's going to get shorter every time. Oh my gosh, we got 20 seconds left. I'm going to try to hold it, even though I'm putting some bend in my knees. I think I can hold on to the hands. Long rest coming up soon. Man, I miss those arm workouts. I wish I was doing it right now. 7 seconds. Right until the end, guys. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. Woo. So, believe it or not, the hardest work is behind us. That was sweet. There should be no surprises, except that one coming up. All 6 exercises in the next arm block, we've done those already, but instead of committing for 60 seconds, we're going to commit for 45 seconds each. So hey, we don't have to waste any time talking about them. We know what they are. We're going to start with the best bicep curl. So that one was a new exercise. Maybe you were like, well, this feels weird, leaning forward a little bit. Not anymore, because we've done it once. So 15 seconds. Ay, ay, ay. Getting pretty tired here. It's not time for that towel yet, though. Not yet. Grab those weights. 7 seconds. There we go. 5. Best bicep for 45 seconds. 2, 1. Let's go. No need to delay. No need to talk about it before we start. Just leaning forward. Letting those elbows drift back a little bit. Pure biceps. Here we come. It takes a lot of work. Let's keep the body nice and still for this one. It's tempting to move around, but the less I move, the more I make just the biceps do the work. And if you want to take a slight pause at the top to get that extra little bit of burn, that's cool. But we got 7 seconds left until the body weight tricep extension. 3, 2, 1. Okay, down we go. We know the rules. Closer those knees are to the elbows, the easier it is. But find that sweet spot where it's a little bit challenging, and let's just go for it. The elbows on the floor should be pretty much right underneath the shoulders. Not much time left. 15 seconds. Almost time. Awesome. Whew. Come on up. Let's do this. Supine bicep curl on the floor. We gotta go. I'm doing my best to keep my lower back into the floor. My shoulders want to rise up, but I'm not gonna let them. Take a slight pause when those dumbbells are hovering just a millimeter above the mat. It's the hardest part of the lift. So let's spend some time there for another 7 seconds. I keep saying 7 seconds. I don't know what it is. Here it comes. On your feet. Let's see those kickbacks. 45 seconds. We've started. Elbows, keeping them right against you, please. Eyes on the floor. No need to look up. That just puts unnecessary strain on the neck. And if you can manage that slight pause when you got your arms straight, is gonna result in gains. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm sweaty. Let's do this. Alternating hammer curl. We gotta go. We got just over a minute until a short break. So let's just do our best not to let those elbows move. In the last 20 seconds, I'm gonna up my tempo. If you're gonna do it with me, now's the time. Come on, Chanel. Let's do this, Paula. We got muscles. Tenemos músculos y no saben cómo utilizarlos. Everyone else is like, my gosh, that sounded awesome. I'm gonna learn Spanish. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. On the floor. Let's do those extensions. 45 seconds of it. Elbows remain still. Keep that breathing under control. Try not to rush it on the way down. That's how accidents happen. I was doing that for a second, but I've stopped. And if you need to limit the range of motion, go for it. Your grip might be starting to get tired, and that's okay. We want something to get tired. 7 seconds. Here we go. I'm doing one more rep. Whoa. Okay, I get it. Whew. Core, everybody. We're doing core, but we're only doing 45 seconds each. Same 4 core exercises, not doing them for 60 seconds each, only 45. Starting with the knee tap crunches, big in. Let's go. Whew. Remember those options, limit the range of motion, but do try to keep your chest out. Make sure your hair looks okay, and let's have a good time. I thought this would go by a lot faster, but we still got 17 seconds left. My tempo is slowing a little bit, but I'm still trying to go for relatively big range of motion. That's just my style, I like that. Okay, reverse crunch, let's do it. I'm keeping my hands behind the head just like last time. Knees close to the chest, slow on my back. Let's go. It's keeping that lower back down that results in most of the challenge of this exercise. So give that a shot. Don't let that back arch like crazy. Mine's already starting to do it. So I'm gonna limit my range of motion a little bit and keep that lower back down. Almost time for that seated bicycle. 2, 1. Okay, have a seat. Leaning back just a little bit. Let's go. If you want, you just get that arm out in front, reach for that opposite foot, totally cool. But as long as we're leaning back and doing a little bit of side to side, you should feel something going on in that core. We're in the zone, Tara. I know you got a strong core. Prove it. Probably even breaking a sweat right now. 5 seconds. Get ready for that hollow hold. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, okay. We're about to get that sweet rest, but let's make that boat shape right now. Oh my gosh, time's going by too quickly. Don't look at the clock, Andrew. Just don't do it. Is this what it takes to get a six-pack? I don't think it's worth it. I don't want to do it. Don't listen to him. This is worth it. And after all, we only have 3, 2, 1. Oh, whoa. Yeah. Okay. I might have said some weird things during that. I didn't mean it. I love exercise. I never doubt myself. Ever. Anyway, so we're getting pretty close to the end. Guys, we're gonna do another block of those 6 upper body exercises. Yeah, the muscles are already kind of toasty, but hey man, let's toast them up some more. Now, if you're looking for a way to really get that burn locked in, during just a short amount of time, try a pause in the most challenging part of each rep. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm going in 13 seconds. We're starting with the best bicep curl. So I'm gonna do a slight pause at the top of all my reps. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Really go for that pause. I can feel the bicep like burning, increase. It's like it's like setting it for broiler instead of bake. Oh yeah. Hot, something's gonna get burned in here. 7 seconds until the body weight, tricep extension. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Only have 30 seconds. I'm gonna try
to not let my elbows, well, I'm not gonna rest so long on the floor. I'm just gonna go right back up. But this thing's almost done. 7 seconds. Okay, let's go. 30 seconds. Supine bicep curl. I'm gonna do a 1 second pause at the bottom of each rep. Then bring it up. Shoulders gotta stay on the floor. Whew. I was holding my breath. I don't want to do that. Don't want to hold my breath. Okay. Kick back. Let's go. Woo. Pause. Back. We are masters of technique by now. I know you got this. 7 more seconds. I swear I'm not doing it on purpose. Alternating hammer, come on. Instead of pausing, I'm just gonna up my tempo. But I'm still keeping my elbows still. I'm not letting them go anywhere. 10 seconds. Here we go. 5, 3, 2, 1. All right, last arm exercise. The extensions. I'm definitely having my rest position up here this time. Tire those muscles out. You're not gonna need them tomorrow. You can type with your feet. You can ask someone to stir your coffee for you. All that stuff. Oh man. Guys, that was sweet. Take a 30-second rest. We're done with dumbbells. I can't believe it. We're done with dumbbells. We're not done with the core though. So, 30 seconds each, 4 exercises. According to my calculations, it's about 2 minutes of work. Shouldn't be that bad, right? And I mean, I haven't even seen that surprise exercise yet, so maybe you forgot about it. Let's go. Knee tap crunch. 30 seconds. I'm trying to up my tempo a little bit on this one while keeping a decent range of motion and while keeping that hair under control. The latter part's not easy, but that's okay. Luckily, that doesn't get in the way of my gains. So here we go, 5. Reverse crunch. Let's go. Keeping that lower back down as best I can. That's not wanting to happen sometimes. Almost time for that sitting, that seated bicycle. 2, 1. Less than a minute in this core block, I think. We've been working out for almost 40 minutes, everybody. We're doing great. We just gotta keep it up for a few more. 8 more seconds until the hollow hold. Bring it. We're so ready for this. Come on, Sean. I'll do it if you do it. Hold it. I want to quit right now, Mom, but you didn't raise no quitter. I'm not going to do it. 10 more seconds. Oh, Andrew, I'll always be proud of you no matter. Yeah, whatever, Mom. We gotta work. 3 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Oh, super secret plank. We're going for a minute, and we're going now. Just hold on to that plank for pure 60 seconds, and then it's done. Now, in the off chance someone's a planking superstar and you want to challenge, check this out. We can go into a high plank, but instead of having the hands right under the shoulders, put them right there, a little bit further away. Feel the core having to make up for it. We got less than 30 seconds. And then it's done, for real. And then we stretch. I promise. I swear on the life of my mother. Here we go. 15 more seconds. Woo, my hands are slipping on my mat. I'm gonna bring it in just a little bit. 8 seconds. Here comes the end. 3, 2, 1. Okay, for real. It's finished. Holy smokes. Guys, I'm in a good mood. I was dreading this, but it's done. The endorphins are like bubbling through my system right now, and I feel like $1,000,000. And now, in 35 seconds, all we gotta do is stretch it out. Oof. So, get a sip of water. Do what you gotta do. Oh. All you have to do is let those gains just simmer overnight. You're gonna wake up in the morning and be like, what the heck is this? Totally cool, totally normal. 15 seconds. Okay, let's start with the child's pose. So for this one, I'm gonna sort of almost sit on my haunches like this. And then I've got my hands way out in front, and I'm just gonna sink nice and close to the ground. Like so. So try to get that nice stretch in the upper back, by keeping those arms nice and straight. Your arms are almost like ropes, but let's get comfortable. Whew. Nice deep breaths. Keep your head facing the floor. You can even let your nose and your forehead rest right on the mat if you want. We're here just to chill now. And we're doing long stretches for a whole minute. So I feel compelled to talk the whole time and say funny stuff. But no way, man. We're just gonna get in the zone and take those nice deep breaths. I feel it especially when I take a big exhale. I feel it in my lower back when I do that. And then by filling the lungs, you get that nice stretch in the upper back. But let's move on now. We're gonna do some fingertips and palms. So this is kind of what we did in the beginning as a modification. I got my hands together, and then I'm just going to gently push my hands down. It's okay if the palms come away a little bit at the bottom, but we want to feel that stretch all through the forearms, the fingertips, all that stuff. Not in the fingertips, but you know what I mean. We're keeping the fingertips together, pushing those hands down, and keep that pressure against the fingertips, but be nice and gentle in this one. And then come up. So 0 resistance right here, I'm just chilling. And then try to keep them together for a while, but it's okay when they do come apart, as long as you're keeping those fingertips against one another. Get that nice pressure in and bring it up. You can shake it out anytime you want, do whatever you need to do. We don't have to control every aspect of the stretch, but just chilling on the way down. And up. Almost time for some triceps. Triceps. So I'm doing my left one just for 30 seconds. Arm up. I'm going to hold on to my elbow and just take some nice deep breaths. So we can talk about this one a lot, or you can just sort of explore it. Any change you do to these stretches, make sure it's a nice gentle change, nothing crazy. But I'm just ever so gently pulling on that elbow. Take some nice deep inhales. Nice deep exhales. But now we got to move on to the other side. So let's take care of that other side now. Holding on to it, gentle pressure. Deep breaths in both directions. Nice and chill. You can do this standing, you can do this kneeling, sitting, whatever. I don't really know why I'm like this. It just sort of felt like a natural position to go into, but just do whatever feels natural for you. Almost time for seated akimbo. I'm going to totally sit cross-legged for this one. You know what? No, I'm going to stay at this height, just because of the camera. Hands on your hips. And then from here, just push your elbows forward. You should feel your back getting nice and broad, and that's fine.
Nice deep breaths while you're here. I'm just going to rotate my body so you can see what it looks like from the side. Hands on the hips. And then just get comfortable. Shoulders and elbows going that way. Take deep breaths. Nice and slow. Imagine someone like needed to write a phone number down and you were going to let them use your back as a writing pad. Same deal. You wouldn't let them write on your back like this because then the pen would not have any traction. But if you go for that nice broad back, they're going to write that number down in no time. But it's almost time for the last stretch. 3, 2, 1. Arms out. Pretty straightforward. We're going to stretch the chest and the arms on this one. Arms out, and let's just explore it, nice and chill. I love having my palms out like so. And when I do that, I feel kind of a twang almost through the lower part of my forearm and my biceps. But this feels good too for whatever reason. So does palms facing forward or down. If you want the arms to be up a little bit, that's cool. If you want to bend in the elbows, that's cool too. If you want to shake them a little bit, A-okay. But for the next 20 seconds, let's just get those arms out to the side. Take some nice deep breaths. Listen to whatever music we're listening to. And just enjoy the last... How much time we got? 7 seconds of this workout. Okay, that one I did on purpose. Here it comes. 3, 2, 1. The obnoxious beep. Guys, it's done. I hope... Hang on a second, I'm thirsty. You should take a sip too. Whoa, can never be too hydrated. Hope you had a sweet time doing that exercise. I hope the muscles tomorrow feel good. Pure arms and core. Let me know what you think. This is a constant process, so I rely on you, and let's just make like the best online fitness experience we can make, and we're gonna do it together with your money. But anyways, so thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next week, but we'll be in touch before then. As always, this feels weird saying it to the exclusive group, but I'm Andrew. This is Friendly Fitness. You rock, and drink lots of water. If you do this in the morning, have a delicious cup of coffee, like pronto. And yeah, peace.